Alrighty, hello everyone. It's a nice sunny and crazy windy day here in Japan. Um, it's been a little bit over a week and a half now, I think, since I uploaded my last video on the Kyosho Mercedes 190E 120 scale. And today I will be building it. Or beginning building it. The reason why it's taken a little bit longer than expected is because I had some other projects that I'm working on, and I just picked up a TA05 from 2006 with a Lexus body for almost nothing. I paid 3,300 yen, about $33. Didn't come with the receipt transmitter, but I don't care. I use a, I think I have it right here actually. This is what I'm currently using, the RC4GS, and I bought 10 receivers, so I'm converting all of my cars to use this guy instead. So 2.4 gigahertz. By the way, awesome receiver, transmitter. Not gonna talk about it too much. You can find lots of videos on this on YouTube. Really awesome though. Unfortunately, I want the RC6GS. This is four channels. The 6 is 6 channel, but it is not available in Japan. So only this one's available. So unfortunately, but since I have a lot of cars, I will have to get another one of these anyway. So I'm hoping I'll maybe buy it off eBay and just wait for a month for it to come in, so then I can get 10 more receivers, because I'm using all 6-channel receivers currently, even though this is only 4-channel, but I got a killer deal on them on eBay, and so I just swooped them up and been converting all of the cars. So I fixed the TA06, which is interesting. I'll show a video on that one too. The previous person decided to not install all of the bearings, so only the inside bearings for the front and rear instead of the outside ones too. But anyways, that aside, this is not about that. Today it is all about this little car right here, of course. Body just for good measure, and of course the box here, just as a flashback, of course. The battery, wherever it is good. I tested it. I threw it onto my charger. I plugged in the standard lights, and they actually flickered real quick and then turned right off, of course. But 35 whatever year old batteries, still good. So I charged her up and hooked it up to the battery real quick, and yeah, she works, which is awesome, because I'm not too sure what I would do if this battery went bad. I mean, yeah, I would have to build something this size though. That's, I think, might be a little tricky. I don't know of any. I don't know, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, these are super small 1.2 volt batteries in here. If this goes bad, I know I can build something probably, but it's nice having something that's original, that's the original proportions and size, because I have a feeling that when you put this all together, this is going to be very snug inside of the car, since it is so small, of course. I mean, you could see right here, so I mean, it's not very big. Also with that, I'm going to be painting the car yellow. I've decided. These were originally actually painted, so the stencils that they have here for the windows aren't glue-in style ones. You just kind of lay it in there and then, use that as a guide, and you hand paint it. So, and it's the PC line of Tamiya paints, which are discontinued, have been discontinued for a long time. I do believe it was replaced by the XA series, maybe. I'm not 100% certain. But I went on Amazon, in Japan, of course, And I Googled it. I even went on eBay. I kind of poked around, and a lot of people were talking about how, yeah, those paints don't exist anymore. Because everybody gets the PS series. You just spray it in there, so nobody does the hand painting. So I'm actually going to hand paint this with the brush and everything in yellow. And I figured that's a sign of some sort, whatever. I wanted something a little bit different, so I was going to go black, and yeah, I decided, forget it, I'm just going to go old school. Not old school, but man, this desk is dirty. Anyways, so enough loofing around. So today, again, I got the book over here. So we're going to start putting this car together here. So I actually don't necessarily really like recording myself, but you know, there's a first to everything. Oh, and one really, really important thing is we're going to see this right off the bat here. So this originally can take a Kyosho number 1975 ball bearing upgrade kit. Right here in the back. NLA, of course, can't find any information on it. Kyosho doesn't know what that part number is. Google failed. But this is why Amazon exists. So I have here a bunch of bearings that I bought. And interestingly enough, the sizes that they have listed here are 4x10, 3x6, 2x6. 4x10 is wrong. It's actually 4x8. So, and I took my cheap calipers here and measured it. And yeah, it's a good thing I double checked that, because I almost bought a bunch of bearings that would have not worked. Granted, I don't know if these are going to work either, but you know, these were so cheap. I mean, I paid like 600-700 yen, so $6 to $7 for each set. I think these were the most expensive ones. These are the 4x8s, and 10 of them cost me about $13, 1,300 yen. But these other ones, let's take a look here. Look how tiny, look how small these are. These are the 3x6, and these are, should be the 2x6s, which I actually took, oh, there we go. I made sure to actually measure the bearings that are the plastic bearings in this kit, and I found that the height is also important, of course, especially when you're going to the differential here, which is what I'm going to start off with, the gearbox, and that is, this is 6, inside is 3, sorry, this is the 6x3 by, the height is also important. These are about 3.5. These are the 2x6 by 2.5. So I made sure to measure the height also, and I managed to find a set that matched the height. Oh geez, I better not sneeze. And this set was actually 14, came with 14. I don't need 14, but I have, well, I have 2 more Kyosho kits, so I might actually need them. And here you have it. And it's 6, height is 2.5, sorry, the other ones are 2.5 tall, not 3.5, 2.5, and the inside is 2. And as you can see, frickin' small. And then of course the largest bearings here are going to be 4x8 by, I think 4 is the height on these, I do believe so. By 3, sorry, by 3. 4x8 by 3. And yeah, you can find these on Amazon actually. UXL sells these. They sell just about everything and anything. At least that's the brand that we have here in Japan that's really popular, that is all over Amazon. But their stuff's pretty good. I mean, it's Chinese, but the quality is actually banger. It's actually really good. So, alrighty, enough loofing around here. So now that I got that out of the way, so now we have all these bearings here. And go ahead and start building this. So let's take a look here. And here you can see these are the plastic bearings right here. And those are going to be replaced with these guys right here. At least I hope so. Oh, I really hope these. Yeah, they look the same. They look exactly the same. Sorry for the lighting. Again, this is just how it is. I bought this webcam thinking that it was going to be pretty good, and it's good, but it's not necessarily the greatest when you have not so good lighting. So I'll go ahead and dump everything out here. Alright, so go ahead and get my grease, wherever that may be. Over here, be number 6, of course. And here you also have the, these are the 2x6 by 2.5. These are just regular metal bushings. They would probably be fine, but I decided, you know what? Let's try out something a little bit different here. Let's try to go all ball bearing. Let's go all out. I mean, it's so cheap. I mean, it's cost almost nothing. So, what, like 25 bucks in bearings? And this is enough to do at least 2 or 3 cars even. So, get this grease going on here. All right. So let's see how far I get today. Again, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of recording myself building stuff, but again, there's always, you know, a first to everything. Go ahead and grease this guy up here. The weather has been finally, oh come on. Alrighty. Ah, you little bastard. Come on. There we go. As I totally doink in the tip here. That's fine, whatever. Alright, bent it right back again. So, weather's been cooling down in Japan, and I've been, well, actually, I don't really like the winter so much. I'm more of a warm-blooded person, but Japan gets really hot with humidity, so it's actually quite the welcome change. What I do is, because these like to pop out, I'll just squirt some grease in there. That'll hold it in place. In theory, there you go. Yeah, I've just been busy with projects and building stuff. And yeah, the TA-05 kind of took up my time just yesterday. I just picked it up yesterday, and I couldn't believe how cheap it was. It was in a, you know, they had the box sealed and everything at the store, but I figured, you know, it's always worth a risk. And when I opened it up, I was greatly surprised. Again, it was with the body and everything. Whoever had it before probably got rid of it because they screwed up the paint on the body. They used, instead of PS, they used TS paint, and it just started flaking off the second that you start touching it or working with it or bending the plastic. And so they started putting on the decals and stopped, and I just went crazy, put all the decals onto it, and yeah, that was fun. Actually, it was really cool. Oh man, this is so small. I'm not good with stuff like this. Jesus. Well, yeah, aside from that, I also have my TT02, my main car. I finished the bus. I'll have a video on that also, with everything working. Everything does work, of course. But yeah, just working on a million different things as usual. So but again, I have some more stuff coming in today. I started getting into the, there you go, so nicely assembled here. Started getting into building, using LED solutions in all of my RC cars. And it's brilliant because, I mean, everything has gotten so cheap nowadays. Not this one. So that's going to be the first part right here. And now we have to go hunting for the 6M 1x2x5 screws. Where are they? Where are you? I'm going to guess they might be. Okay, they're in here. I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, LED lights in all of my RC cars. And the TTO2 had a body that I hated. It's a VRZ body, whatever, I can't remember, Toyota. And I freaking hate it. It was pre-built already, somebody else built it, but not a fan. Really not a fan. It looks like I will be using the mini screwdriver. Even though I have my... No, I don't have my good set here. Oh well. But I bought a 2006 model year new old stock, I guess you would call it. Monte Carlo Subaru WRX, and it was actually meant for my nitro car. But I fell in love with it and decided, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that body on the TTO2, which is completely decked out. It has a bunch of aluminum parts, a bunch of aftermarket stuff. Alrighty, there we go. These are the two side pieces here. Man, I should have eaten something before starting. Jeez. Okay, and you have to be really precise here to get these in. Man, talk about tolerances. And there we go. Got a clip here. There you go. And as usual, I will take the end pieces here. I always like to give these a little bit of a twirl. Make sure, okay. Make sure she spins. Okay, cool. Now these little tiny screws here. But, does it matter? Okay, so you're supposed to do one set on one side, one set on the other side. Okay, that makes sense. So I'll use this tiny little screwdriver here. Give that a couple turns, and then just start working around here. But anyways, yeah, Monte Carlo. Oh, come on. Okay, it's not going to go in here, so let's go to the other one instead. There we go. So yeah, the Monte Carlo body, it's a Subaru, and I have a TT01 with the same body, but it's all decked out with all the decals and stuff. So with this one, I just decided to make it look more like a stock car, but yeah, stockish looking car. And so no rear spoiler, no decals, just, you know, just the basic stuff. And it looks pretty sick. So I have a bunch of stuff coming in today. Again, right now is a good time to be alive, you know, if you're into RC cars, because everything has gotten, at least here in Japan, everything is so cheap. I remember as a kid, everything was so expensive. Alrighty, there we go. So we got the 3 screws in here, 3 screws here, and we're going to go ahead and tighten these down now carefully with this little mini screw. There you go, nice and snug. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Let's go one by one. don't want to over tighten these either. Tighten this down here. Okay, these are nice and snug. Take out these guys. This guy again here. Okay, make sure it all spins. That's something that I've learned. I always check to make sure stuff spins. When I used to work on VWs, I remember I built a transmission. No, I wasn't building a transmission. I was building an engine, and the main bearings, the caps, I didn't organize them and put the motor together. Dumb thing was locked up. Go figure. I had to tear everything apart again, and I found out that the caps weren't matched correctly, so I had to change everything, put it all back together again. Lesson learned. That burnt up an extra couple hours worth of my time. Alright, so number 2 is done. Now we're going to go to number 3. So for this here, this is where we get into the 4mm bearings. It's going to be these guys right here. 1, 2, 3. No, 2. I just need 2. We have our 2 joints, and then we have the drive shaft. Okay, so go ahead and take a look here, and we need the transmission. So there's a transmission housing, B number 2. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. It was it's about 20 degrees Celsius today. Finally. Last night I was working away on my RC stuff, of course. And suddenly out of nowhere, massive downpour, and I was shocked because I know the news said there's going to be rain, but I have learned after 5+ years of living in Japan that you don't always trust the news report as far as the weather report is concerned. And here's the shaft. I think, actually, good question. D2, I got that one, I got that. So D3, ABC D3, my bads. Here she is. I think so, is that it? So here's another interesting thing. It says here D3, but it's actually B. So somebody, whoever, didn't do this right. Okay, I see what they mean. They mean these right here. Okay, so if you look at the picture here, it's just a regular shaft. But what they actually mean is these guys right here. I think. No way, no way. No. I'm an idiot. See, this is exactly what always happens. I record myself and then start making mistakes. Eee! Oh, beautiful. Fits like a cherry. Oh, hells yeah. Make sure these guys also fit. Ooh, you can hear that. Nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. Well, I'll be lubed up. So anyways, go ahead and drop this guy in there like so. Drop this guy in there. And then you have the, well, I'm going to lube this up, of course. It even says there, lube. Please lube. I've also learned to go generous with the lubrication. Just slather it in there. Make sure she's nice and, well, that's not what I wanted to do, but, oh well, that works fine too. It's also not a bad idea. Take it out and just kind of give her a spin. And then realize that none of the grease is actually getting on here. Alrighty, let's pop this guy here. Let's just put some grease here on the side instead. There we go. Okay, so she's nice and lubed up now. Go ahead and key this in here and pop her in. There you go. There's one side done. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Oy vey. And so it begins. Here it is. Let's go ahead and lube her up here. Yeah, I always went so light and easy with the grease, and so I would have just tons of grease left over. And now it's just slather it in there. Use her all up. Who cares? This way, this way. That's why it's included in the kit. There we go. Nice and smooth. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, you may have all noticed the sound quality is a little bit better than last time. I actually have my mic set up this time. But anyway, so I have that, and now we need, it says D3 shaft. But, oh, okay. Oh, there she is. Okay. There she is. So, the shaft that they are referring to is in here. It's a really small shaft. Yeah, I'm not used to these small sizes. Here we go. This is the shaft that they're talking about. And, yep, that's the one. I'll go ahead and grease this up here. It's probably all going to come right off though, but okay. Yeah, who cares? Slather it on there. Get her in there. Get her. There you go. Got a little bit of a nice tight fit here. Push this guy through. Oh, she's tight. Wow, that's impressive. There you go. There's the lower portion of the gearbox. Differential is working. Cute. Okay, now I don't want to sneeze. I'm going to go to the next page here. Let's see. Let's go to number 4. Alrighty, now we have the 3-inch. It says here the 3-inch, 3mm plus A and B shafts. That's going to be in this bag again here. D3, everything in D3. We're going to need this guy right here. Let's put him on this page. We're going to need one more in here that's a little bit longer. So let's see if the other bearings work. If they do, again, this is an awesome solution. Boom! I don't know how it is in America or, even in Japan, but being able to get these bearings for so cheap is really nice, because I know that sometimes you buy the Tamiya kit, whatever, special proprietary bearing, full set, 20 bucks. That's cheap still, eight bearings like this for 20 bucks, sure. Or you can get 10 bearings for $8 and get the same damn thing basically. So, alrighty. What do we have next here? So we got that, and we're going to need 4 of these guys right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, dealing with something this old, of vintage, getting stuff, the kits, they don't exist anymore. And again, I was unable to find any information on those the Kyosho part number 1975 bearing kit. And I mean, it's listed for 4,500 yen. At least that's what they had written on here. I think it was 4,500 yen or 4,000 yen gurai. About 45 bucks or so. But you think about that, you're getting 16 bearings for 45 bucks. Hold up. That's like $250 a pop. All these bearings. All 24 of these bearings. Enough to do 2 cars again. Cost me 25 bucks. Ish. Yeah, like 26, 27 bucks or so. But for 2 cars, that's like a third of the cost for basically the same thing. So, in any case, now we are going to take So this is one guy here, and this is another guy here. So this is going to be this guy right here. And this is going to be this guy right here. And we're going to take these bearings and, moment of truth. Oh, where's that oh no song? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Okay, this one's a little bit on the tight side. That's okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Look at that. Brilliant. Pop that guy in there. Flush. Flush. Ah, that's brilliant. Yep, this one went in nice and easy. So, again, I did not test fit these earlier. This is the first time, as you can see, that I've opened all of this stuff. So, this makes me very happy. That was a little bit loose, but that's okay. I'm very, 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 very pleased right now with the fact that this is actually working out the way that it's working out. I'm just going to dabble a little grease on here just for, you know, good measure. Why not? And put him sideways like that. And we're going to dabble on some more grease here. Not needed, but again, if you got the grease, use it. Might as well. Keep everything nice and lubed up. So we're going to take this guy and make sure that it's pointed in the right direction, of course. I'm just going to be this way right here. And he is going to go in right here. Get that grease everywhere. It's going to be the short pin. Goes onto this side. There we go. And I just need to lift this guy up here a little bit. Make sure she's centered. There we go. Clipped right in place. She spins. Cool. Okay. Now we got the next one here, which is going to be going in this direction like so. Ah, nice and tight too. Ah, these tolerances, man. It's really... Oh, shit. Oh, well. That's to be expected. Ah, there we go. That one slid right in. Cherry. So there you go. There you have your just about completed gearbox. Give her a spin here. Feels nice. Great reduction. Again, no play. Look at that. It's just not even... You couldn't fit a washer in there. Actually, on this one you could. This one you can't. This one you could, of course. But, I could have shimmed it, actually. Damn. Oh, and there's my order. I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back again. A little cut there. Guess what came in? I'm going to take a break on this one here real quick, and I'm going to show you what I was talking about earlier with the paint. Alrighty, I'm going to keep this off camera here because it has my address on it. Sagawa. Okay. Ah, oh, sweet. Yep, here she is. Here she is. I got 2 of these actually because they said that they only had like 5 left in stock. And having extras is always nice, especially when it comes to paints like this that are... This is probably old stock, if anything. Yep. I'm gonna guess this is old stock. PC6 yellow. It's the only one I could find. I couldn't find black or blue or green or anything else. They made, I think, 16 different colors in this line. This is the PC6 Tamiya color. Oh, this is cool. These are big, actually. It didn't say how much there was, how big these were, how much. Okay, these are 23 milliliters. These are actually larger than the standard ones that you get, but that's cool. This is going to be the color for the car. It's darker than this, actually. It looks light, but it's actually darker than this, so. But, sweet. Awesome. Alright. I'm very excited about that. Anyways, So I could have shimmed this, but well, let's take a look here. Do I want to shim it, or do I want to keep it free floating? I'm a shim it. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of. I mean, this is probably okay, but I'm thinking I'm going to shim it to make sure to keep it all nice and centered. So, and I don't think I have the gear handy right now for the motor. I do not. I don't even know where the gear is. Huh. That's a good question. That is a very good question. Where is the gear? In D1. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, sorry. It's right in front of me, of course. Here, plastic gear. I'm looking for a metal gear. There's no metal gears here. I mean, I don't have to shim it. I could. I'm a shim it. Forget it. Be right back. Do a pause here real quick. And I'm back again. Just like that. Nice choppy editing. So, I have my set of, not shims really, but bushing, washers and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this guy out here. Again, not necessary. It really is not necessary. But when it comes to stuff like this, again, for me, having it just a little bit on the tighter side is my preference. I'm going to run just a couple of these 3mm washers right here inside diameter. I think 2 of those should be fine. Just to kind of cut the slack a little bit. Again, not needed. Some may say overkill. But for me, I mean, why not? It's going to be the hard part, though, is getting this all in here without having it slide all over the place. Yep, 2 looks to be just right. Ooh. She's tight, that's for sure. Okay, so go ahead and push those in ever so slightly. There's 1. There's the other one. Now, get the bearing in here. There we go. Pop that in. Ah, much better. Alrighty. 2 washers just right. Look at that. See, now we have almost no side to side. Just a little bit of side to side play. Almost none, though. I like that. That's better. Okay. I'm going to dabble some grease in there real quick. So, now what do we need to do? We need to go ahead and grease this all up. I'm going to use grease, actually, yeah. I have tranny fluid, but I don't think I want to use that on this thing because it's pretty thick, it's pretty viscous, and I don't want to have tons of losses in power since this is, you know, the scale, the size. Whatever kind of added resistance is just going to muck things up. There we go. There you go. A little tackiness. Nothing too crazy though. Make sure everything's nice and lubed up. Now we're just going to go ahead and loop this guy up right here. There's a nice little air bubble in there, of course. Yeah, that should be enough. So, that's that. Now we have our motor right here with the D1 gear. I'll go ahead and prop him on here. I have some replacement gears. In this size though, I'm not certain. Is it directional? No, it is not. More importantly, I'm an idiot, almost messed up here. So they actually have a special tool here in number 9. Where is it? Oh yeah, this guy right here. So to make sure that the distance is done correctly, I had the same thing on the puss moth that I showed in, I think that was my first video actually, just as a test run. And the puss moth also has a special little tool that you use to make sure that the spacing is done correctly. And it's to make sure everything is tracked properly. So I guess I could use front upper arm. Okay. I'm going to keep my Japanese to a minimum here. It's not very good, so I'll just clip that off real quick. Well, it's okay. My problem is when they have, this is all written in katakana, and sometimes the words are a little strange. So, what you want to do, this is 4.5 millimeters, right? And I'm going to check that, because I don't always trust what they say here. Because this is actually 7, and this way is 5. So, what the Jeebless, man? 5. So, is this the right part number? That's correct. Picture looks different though. That's cute. It's a D9 though. This is for the rear, the front. Well, I'm a roll with it. I'll just do it sideways, so I'm not terribly worried about it. So yeah, I'd be fine. I'm not worried. So we're gonna go ahead and just take this guy here, because they want 4.5 millimeters top to bottom, and I'm just going to go ahead and push it down. There we go. And I'm going to prop it in sideways here. Now when she starts going, she goes good. Or I can just do it the old school way. Not old school, but use my calipers. You know, that's why I have them. Let's take a look here. We are at 5.5. Let's give this a little bit more of a push in. Oh, this is mildly nerve-wracking. Still not enough. Alright, I'm going to do what they recommend. And then realize that, yeah, okay, we're going to put it in here on the side like so. Thin side, and it's up against the body of the motor itself, actually. There we go. I'll go ahead and measure it. Didn't change much. That's some BS. Well, let's just pop her in here and see where we're at right now. Oh, you know, nah, needs a little bit more. Needs a little bit more. I'm going to say that they're wrong. I'm going to say that they're wrong. So this is flush now. Alrighty, let's throw the instructions out the window and use some common sense. As you can see here, she's flush. And if it's flush, that means that we are at, yeah, 4.5. Okay, so what the heck? Why Why would you need that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this instruction here, don't use that. It's not wrong, I'm going to say. I'm just going to say it's unnecessary. Alrighty, so we are looking good here. Now, I need to get the plate. Okay, this is all the empty stuff. Alright, let's take a look here. Here we go. This is the kit right here. So we have this plate. And we are going to be using, okay, so it asks for the 2x4. These two guys right here. 1, 2. And the wrench. Let's see where the wrench is. The wrench is going to be in this kit right here. BB. Okay. And after I'm done with this here, I'm going to take a little break and then continue onwards and upwards. I'm going to section off everything. I'm not just going to do one long continuous video. That's crazy. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to section it basically. So okay, make sure. So when you put this in, this is obvious, of course. You want to make sure that it's put in the correct. Oh, see. Alrighty. So remember those bushings I put in. So that slack, it's taken up by this metal plate actually. Lo and behold, the two washers are just as thick as this metal plate. So there you have it. I'm an idiot. Jumped the gun. That's okay. I'm gonna get grease all over the place. Let's go ahead and just pull that out. Put this sideways here. There you have it. Jump the gun. I always seem to do that. That's okay though. Okay, now we're gonna get grease all over my hands. Of course, that's okay though. Par for the course. Drop this guy back in here again. So yeah, when you put this guy in here, this will actually space off that gear. Or so it seems. Oh yeah, put it in this way. It's looking good. I'm gonna put this sideways like so. And we are going to go ahead and ooh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a trick here. Go ahead and push this guy over here. That's a really tight fit. That's actually really impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That is really tight. Holy moly. Man, oh man, is that tight. When I say tight, I mean the gears are literally the same size as that plate. Or this gear is on the motor. It's this like perfectly same diameter as the reinforcement plate. And I'm going to kind of wiggle that in there. Do a little wiggle, do a little dance. Hopefully. Jeez Louise. There we go. There we go. We're in. We're in. So now, I gotta make sure we clock this correctly. So that's gonna be the hole right there. Hey, there we go. Cool. So now when you look through here, you can see that through these two holes, you have access. Oh, you can see perfectly. See? Right there, you can, that's gonna be where you're going to put these 2x4 mini Allen screws. Let's slide that in there like so. There we go. Give that a little twirl. Cool. Okay, there's one. And I can put that guy down. And go ahead and put in the other one. Man, that is tight though. That's really tight. And it's great. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Oh, come on. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. That's, again, really tight fits here. Which is really, that's pretty awesome. Okay, there we go. I'm going to give this a little nice little snug twirl. Nice and snug. There we go. Whew! There you have it. Make sure to turn this by hand. Okay, feels good. Diff is working. Okay. Now for the last few things here, we're going to go ahead and go to number 7. We have 2x5. Oh, we have a bunch of screws. Actually, I think it's going to be all of... what set is this going to be? From... Okay, we already have that guy. D8, D2. So back to the bag here. D8. B8. Cap. Okay, so I know I'm not stupid, but oh, I am stupid. Alrighty, I'm an idiot. This is the guy that went right here. So B8, that was B9 or D9, whatever. There again, this thing says D, but it's actually B. So this is the little guy that I'm looking for here. So that's gonna be the cap for the transmission. So we got that guy right there. Cool. And we have, so we got that one. 2x5, 2x6, 2x6x6. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. We got a bunch of those there. Yeah, see this. One, 1, and 5. So not that kit. There we go. I always get, I don't know. When it comes to these screws, I'm always a little bit extra cautionary because I'm always afraid that I'm going to strip out something. And on plastic, it's like, well, that's game over. And 2.6 washer. So, where's the washer? Okay, interesting. And of course, with these screws, it does not tell you in which bag they are. So you gotta kind of hunt around here. So it's not gonna be those because that's for suspension. It's not gonna be number 4. This guy has no washers in it. But it does have the other 2 screws that I need. See, there's one thing I wish they would do is they would actually tell you in which bag these screws are in. Or, you know, something. Here we go. 1. But that's only 1 though. Oh, never mind. Here we go. So we need one of these guys here. Cool. I'm just gonna shuffle these off to the side. Need one of these. I'll need 5 of these. 2, 4, 5. I'll shuffle these off to the side here. Like so. And then we will need 2x5. Again, that's one of the sizes I am not seeing here. Interesting. So, wait a second. I'm an idiot. Okay, it's these silver ones right here. So, these two guys. One. So, this is all that I will be needing for this here, right here. You can barely see that. I'm sorry. Let's take a look here. And I will need the two side covers. Let's take a look here. D2. B2. Good lord. Not D, it's B. Oh, which is this guy right here. There we go. Alrighty, so M2.6x6. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with putting this here on top. Oh, that's clever. So the way that these are held in is they have these. This actually has a little bit of a little tab that sticks out here on the side, right there. And this then slides over, and then it holds the two shafts in place. That holds the gears. Slides in just like so. We got these 5 right here. And this is where I switch to, not my best set, of course. I left my best set in the other room. But hobby grade screwdriver. As with everything, I start off by just getting all the screws positioned. I also do this thing where, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I always turn it back until I hear a click, or like a pop or whatever you want. Nah, like a click, like a tunk. And then that tells me that it should be straight. Doesn't always do it, but don't want to cross thread anything. There we go. Screw her down. Okay, that's good. Nice and tight. There we go. This is actually not necessarily the best screwdriver either, but it's good for when you're putting stuff together like this, because it'll kind of help you not to over tighten or over torque anything. So not necessarily a bad thing. Now my only gripe here is that there is a little bit of a gap on this corner right here. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, you could see it right there. There's a little bit of a gap. Everything else is fine though. It's fine. Everything still turns, so that's all I care about. So, I got those. And of course, I didn't read this instruction right here. Remember how I made that comment about how you're on camera and then suddenly everything just catches on fire? That's exactly what's happening right now. Of course I would forget that. You idiot. No, again, the only thing that I am not seeing is that washer. It says that there's supposed to be a washer right here that should go onto the underside to hold the cap in place with the screw. But I am not seeing that right now, which is odd. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the gap is because of this right here. There's a little tab that kind of sticks out here, and that's actually hitting the plate that holds the motor in place. That's cute. How's that supposed to work? I know this cannot move around anymore. Maybe it's just a hair too long. Yeah, it's a hair too long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this the old trimmy trim treatment. Just Carefully shave off a little bit here. And I can already see it now if anybody comments on this. Why are you cutting towards yourself? It's dangerous. There's another hobby enthusiast on YouTube that I watched who addressed this, and the reality is it ain't dangerous if you know what you're doing. Is hair thin. There we go. Let's see if that solves it. That might have been enough. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, there you go. Problem solved. So, anyways. 2.6 washer. I don't have that washer, but I'm not seeing it in any of these bags. However, because I have my washer set. Oh, hold up. Here we go. Found it. It's in here. See, again, everything is kind of, I mean, kind of spread around, so you got to really look sometimes. You got to hunt. You got to search. And the washer that they are referring to is in this bag right here. Verify the size. Yeah, looks about right. Wait for it, wait for it. 2.6 though. That might actually be too big. No, never mind. I'm going to wager a bet that this should be the correct size one, so, which looks just like my washer that I had here earlier. Oh, it vanished. Oh well, whatever. It'll pop up later on. So, go ahead and this is going to be the 2.6 by 4. This little guy right here. Slide him in there. God, that's loose though. 2.6. I don't. Hold up. That's 3. Okay, so you know what? See again, this is why you always double check everything. That's why I'm glad that I have calipers. Because I have a feeling that it's supposed to be this guy right here, the smaller one. The outside diameter, though, is a little bit smaller, but it's 2. You know what? Oop. No, but that's too small. Interesting. This is why it takes me forever to build an RC car. Yeah, see, this is one of mine, and this is one of theirs, and they're damn near the same. They're basically the same thing. They're same frickin' thing. I'll just go with this guy. I got this guy right here. I'll just glue this dumb thing in place. I don't even know. Well, whatever. It's there for whatever reason. Oh, great. Yep. And this is when I realized that I should have my other screwdriver set here because the other one is magnetic. And this one is not. And when all else fails, you bust out the pliers. And of course the pliers are magnetic. And I don't want them to be magnetic right now, but that's okay. Oh, good Lord in heaven. What in the world is going on right now? What is going on? I am pretty hungry though, so. There we go. Back it out. Okay, did the little click thing. how this is supposed to work is beyond me, but okay, well, she's in there. She ain't straight. No clue what that's supposed to be. Oh well, it's in there. It's not perfectly straight. This makes no sense. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and put this all back together again. Let's trim down if it's nice and perfect. All that work just for a gearbox. But that's okay. It's fun, so. I'll get the side cover plate on. I would normally listen to music when building this kind of stuff, but this is YouTube, so I don't want to get copyright strikes for whatever reason. And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of nice when you build stuff in silence. It's like the song, what was it? Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. Just enjoy the silence. Enjoy the moment of building it. As I furiously talk over myself. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's all nice and put together. Everything spins still. And now we have the cover plate, which goes here on the side, which covers up the motor. And it has a little pin sticking out. So I'm going to trim that off here real quick. Got a little dimple sticking out there. I'll go ahead and trim that off. We have our little mini screw right here. Drop him in there. Uno momento. This guy is not sitting properly. So, are these keyed? They're keyed, okay. So it only fits on one way. For whatever reason. And tighten this guy down. Ooh, I didn't like that sound. Made a little pop sound. But there you have it. Everything turns. And this is the transmission. So, I'm going to take a little break here now before getting off into the next part here. So we just covered 1 through 7. Again, just building the gearbox, just for starters. And we're going to continue then off with number 8, which is then starting to put together the suspension, because the suspension actually mounts directly. You can see right here. It's the back side. I guess it faces forward like so. And here's your suspension, and this is the back side right here. So, or it's this way. We'll find out soon. Alrighty, you guys have a great day, and well, I will see you maybe today. We'll see if I want to continue with this, or if I'm going to take a break and just enjoy it. Alrighty, talk to you guys later.